What's up, guys? It is I, once again, Yusuf Al Saned, and today, guys, I want to review the 2012 debut feature-length film of Kim Nguyen, a Canadian filmmaker who made this film called War Witch. And guys, the reason why I chose to review this movie that was released 4 years prior, it's because there's a second film by Kim that I want to see this year that stars Dane DeHaan and Tatiana Maslany, I think that's her name, and this film they star in is called Two Lovers and a Bear, which is a love story set in the Antarctica, I believe. And that movie really piqued my interest, and so I decided to look back at Kim's past filmography, and I stumbled upon War Witch. And guys, had I not known about Two Lovers and a Bear that is due to release this year, I would not have probably reviewed War Witch. But after seeing the accolades the film received, including how it was a recipient for the Golden Lion, I think, this movie, it really was amazing. And I just saw it a few hours ago, but War Witch basically is a story about this young girl named Komona, I think that's the name, Komona, and she's a girl who's been kidnapped from her village after she was forced to kill her own parents by these rebels who are under the leadership of this man known as Great Tiger. And Great Tiger has this rebellion that is going up against the African government, and they don't state exactly which part of Africa this is set in, but Komona is taken and is made into a rebel, and she's forced to do so against her will. And the film takes place in a 2-year time period from when she's a 12-year-old girl to when she turns 14. And this movie, guys, I mean, I have seen films of this sort before, like Blood Diamond. And there was another film which I saw with Idris Elba, except the name escapes me, but this movie falls into the same vein as those films. Now, it didn't affect me as much, but this story is a bit different. I mean, it's a character study about this young girl, Komona, and her time with the rebellion, and how she meets a boy named Magician, or they say it in French, Magicien, and how she starts to form a connection with him, and how they fall in love and they have their own family despite them being kids, you know, like they're very underage, and yet they find love and they find a bond that they really desperately need, especially at this time of war. And this entire rebellion changes Komona's perspective on life. It scarred her and traumatized her, and soon after she is with child, or she bears a child of one of her captors. And this movie, guys, it begins with Komona telling the story to her child that's inside her, and how there are times she wished that she would not have been carrying her baby, and how whether or not she'll be able to love it if it were to be born is like a challenge, because she never intended to have a baby. I mean, this baby she carried is a mistake, essentially, and how she can't bring herself to love it, or even find the strength to do so, because the fact that she bare this child during war against her will, without her consent. And it's that kind of story I find very very complex, and also very interesting, because this movie doesn't really have anything special in terms of the war that goes on in Africa, but it really does show a deep character study of this young girl and how she evolves over the course of 2 years. And the girl who plays Komona, she is excellent, guys. She gives a very nuanced performance. She's very into the character. I really like how she evolves over the course of the story, and the struggles she endures, and she is absolutely brilliant, this young actress, and man, Kim Nguyen's War Witch is a really amazing film. Now, it's nothing new in terms of the story. It's not so much a war film, nor is it a film about the condition that's going on over there, or what the people are struggling with, especially that the fact that the war is still ongoing and stuff. But this movie is still compelling because of this one character who I was really engrossed with, and I love her love for this young man, magician, and how he and her try to escape from Great Tiger, and how they start their own family. And one of the funny parts of the movies was magician trying to get a white rooster because she told him that her father would never allow her to marry any man she meets until that man captures her a white rooster, and that rooster is hard to find. It's a very rare creature, and when he does find it, guys, I mean, he looks like the happiest dude in the world, and I don't blame him. I mean, he just got married to a very beautiful young lady, and yeah. And another part of this movie which I really love and found interesting is how Komona sees these phantoms, or these ghosts of the people who have died, specifically her parents, who still haunt her in her dreams, and how they can't seem to let her go, or she can't seem to let them go, because she's still scarred by their death, the fact that they died at her hands, and the only way she can put their souls to rest is if she buries them along with a memento she carries of them. And this young girl, what she goes through, guys, it's just so insane. I mean, oh my god. I mean, I have never seen a film like this where a young girl, I mean, this age, struggles through all the things that happened in the war. And I mentioned there was a film by with Idris Elba. I just forgot. I forgot the name. But that movie, it was about this young boy who has been taken into a rebellion led by Idris Elba's character, and I really found that story so different from this one. That story had a more compelling story. This one is much more about this young girl's journey, and it's not so much a deep story like that film was. This one is more of a it's more like of a survival type film where she overcomes all obstacles that comes her way, and how she finds love, she matures, and she decides whether or not she wants to keep this baby she carries in her belly. And it's a really it's a very good film, and I really think that you guys should check it out. And if you guys are interested in Kim's upcoming film, Two Lovers and a Bear, then I really think this is a good start to her filmography, and how she's like a new up-and-coming filmmaker. So I'm excited to see what she does next. And that's about it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy my review, and please check out my gaming channel where I do all sorts of let's plays and video game content. And once again, I'm sorry about the fact I'm sweating right now. It happened once in my one of my past videos, but it's very hot right now. It's summer. I mean, you know, we're in the Middle East. It's 1,000 times hotter than anywhere else in the world. But yeah, so anyways, thank you for watching. Until next time, peace out, take care, adios amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.